All right, here we go. This is my series, Who's Who in Santa Cruz, episode number 6, with the one and only, the legendary icon herself, Ms. Judi Oyama is in the house. Well, it's not really a house. It's an alley.
In the alley.
Judi Oyama is in the alley with me. Can you believe you're stuck in an alley on a Wednesday morning with Neil?
Yeah.
Now I had to get it. Now every news channel is calling her KSB this, KS this, KBZ, blah blah. But she decides I'm first.
Yes.
Because she is a remarkable person, woman, human, and we're going to tell a little bit about her story. I am wearing her shirt, which is I'm wearing this one, but this is it right here, which is the Badass Skate Mom.
And it says,
"Be badass every day." People comment on that. When I wear that shirt, people comment on that shirt.
yeah, my husband says that when he's like in line at stores, people like read the back and they like it. So
They do? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Cato's actually graphics printed those for me.
So, you sure they did?
Yeah, sponsorship for my racing.
So for me, for me, female athletes, actually athletes combined, male and female, two remarkable women athletes in this town are you, I feel, and Kim Rutherford. Do you know Kim?
I don't know Kim.
Kim swam from Monterey to Santa Cruz.
Wow.
She did the Santa Cruz to Monterey swim backwards, and I always find her to be a remarkable person. So you're also on that list.
Thank you.
You went to Argentina last year for the what was it?
The World Skate Games.
World Skate Games. And when you went, you had visions of maybe perhaps retiring.
Yes.
Right. Actually, let's stop and let's go back up here. What you do? What makes you so amazing? Is you're a skateboarder.
I'm a skateboarder that's been skateboarding for over 50 years. Riding parks, slalom racing, downhill, and competing again for the last 20 years.
So competition, I always see you doing your competition, going like a bat out of hell in the slalom courses, right?
Yes. Basically racing another racer or racing the clock going down a hill through cones as fast as you can.
What's the average age of the people doing that sport, do you think? Because
Maybe 40, 35.
Really? That old?
It's old. It's an older sport that kind of came back from the 70s. And then there's a younger demographic coming in that are in there. Well, there's teens and younger kids in Europe. The Czech Republic has a big contingency of up-and-comers. And then the U.S. has some 20-year-old, 30-year-olds, but there's a lot of us hanger-oners, I call them. They don't want to give it up.
So I'm gonna give up her age because secretly, so don't tell anybody, but she's 64.
Yes, as of Sunday.
She's 64 as of Sunday.
Yes.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
And you're the Badass Skate Mom.
Yep.
But how did this all come about? The Badass Skate Mom, and how did that all? The T-shirt with your logo, which is fantastic. Bringing it up again. It's just a fabulous logo. How did this all come about?
Well, I'm a graphic designer and have a little graphic design business, and I also am into CrossFitting and working out and skateboarding, and I did a little sticker that had a mermaid holding a kettlebell and a jump rope, and I had people say, if you made a T-shirt, I would buy it.
Right.
And so I made a T-shirt, tank tops, and then it kind of grew, and it's been around for 10 years now.
Yeah. And when you went to Argentina to compete in the World Skate Games,
yes,
right? You were competing against, I think you said 18-year-olds, or
17, 20, 30. I was the oldest one. I am the oldest one by almost 10 years.
What do they call you, Grandma?
I hate being called Grandma.
No, but what do they do? He's young.
They don't call me Grandma.
No?
No. If they do, I'll tell them I think it's disrespectful. And my husband says, well, you are old. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't like being called out.
Right.
No, they don't. They just...
I mean, I don't think, it must be tough to see you fly by. I'm a 17-year-old kid and you're flying by. I mean, or to beat a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid, 25-year-old kid.
Yep. Well, and one of the fun parts is going to the races, and sometimes I'm racing someone's husband, and they are like, beat my husband.
So the wives are on your side.
Yeah. And I've helped get some women and wives and girlfriends out on the hill.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're watching the race, you're standing there, you're spending a lot of time, you might as well just do it.
Yeah.
That's my...
So the downhill sport, the slalom, how does it work? You come off a ramp, which give you, right?
Yes.
Come off a ramp down onto a downhill slope. Is there a degree of the slope has to be?
They like it to be like, I think, a 7% grade.
Yeah.
But basically, not all the hills are equal, and sometimes the roads aren't wide enough, so they can't set 2 lanes. They'll set a single lane.
Yeah.
And the last couple of races, like the World Championships in Salem, they were actually on a soapbox derby hill.
Right.
So it was wide enough, and you had 2 starting ramps, and each racer gets to do each lane. So and they average it out, and then the fastest one moves forward.
And what kind of skateboard are you riding?
I'm riding a Skate King's Lynn Kramer. I actually have it in my trunk, with really unique CNC radical trucks that are like $500 a set.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then I have Bronson bearings from Santa Cruz and Mob grip tape sponsored. And then I have wheels by Skate Kings.
Yeah. So strictly for racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely just...
And how many people, is that a big part of skateboarding?
It's not a big part.
Really?
No. It's like we're a niche sport.
Yeah.
And actually, last year at the World Skate Games, it was the first time that they brought in downhill slalom, luge, which is downhill, but you're laying on your back on a different board, and then vert. So the plan and the hope is that eventually it will get into the Olympics, because it's drawn like a younger demographic and made.
And skateboarding is already in the Olympics.
Yes, and so.
And your worst crash was?
Breaking my ankle, dislocating my foot, doing a frontside air at Winchester.
So it wasn't racing.
No, it was park riding.
It was just park riding.
Yeah, though I did crash racing by myself on the west side at lunch. Hit some sand and smacked my face. Drove myself to the doctor.
Oh, you did? So where do you practice? Or
I practice in front of my house, which is not real steep, but I set like 70 cone, 68, like super long.
What do your neighbors think? Like, oh, here comes this crazy.
They're used to it.
Oh, they are?
Though I did have one angry neighbor when I was a kid, because I actually moved in and we bought my parents' house, where I learned to skateboard, but he ran over my cones. And the wife came back and reset them up.
Yeah. Oh,
and
she
I'm
did?
like, you don't have to do that. That's
Right.
what your husband did.
Right. So did you buy that house based upon the fact that you could skate in front? There was a slope there?
No.
No.
Just because property tax, and it was a good deal. And it's by Nicene Marks, and we've got a big field behind our house.
Okay.
So
what's coming up? You got is there a race coming up?
I'm planning on going to what they call the Sizzler, Texas Sizzler, and they had a ramp called the Bar, big badass ramp that was 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
And then Oregon had one that they built that was 10 feet tall.
Okay.
Well, the 9-foot ramp got eaten by termites, so now it's 12 feet.
It's 12?
12 feet.
With termites?
No, they built a brand new one.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, and then what's kind of scary is the guy that built the ramp only had one layer of wood on it, but wanted to test it out.
Yeah.
His board fell through the ramp.
It did?
And he actually jumped and messed up both his ankles and his feet bones.
Goodness.
And he's probably, it's been 6 months and I still think he has issues.
Really? Yeah.
So we're going to ride that.
Are there other female athletes you compete against, or are you competing mostly against men?
No, there aren't a lot of female athletes. Actually, like at the World Championships last month in Salem, there was like 80 riders. There were 8 women pros. There were probably 3 or 4 women amateurs, and then junior girls. There was 3.
Yeah.
I think. So we're a minority.
So you love the sport?
I love the sport. Yeah. I like it because it's against the clock. And because when I used to ride parks, I've had issues with judging. And
Yeah.
that's what made me go, I'm never going to ride
So you don't have a judge, now you're just up against the clock.
against the clock.
Yeah.
And I actually, one of my teammates and now 17-time world champion is Lynn Kramer. And I'm always getting second behind her for the,
Yeah.
like I used to beat her, but then she's just really strong.
It's
and
strictly a
younger.
solo sport, right? You're up on your own. You don't have no team. You don't have it's not a partner.
We have a team.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
La Costa Racing, and now I'm on the U.S. Slalom team.
Okay.
And so we kind of all help each other and try to plan out
Right.
traveling. Or it's a lot of times if you're at a race and a bigger wheel's better, and if someone has a set, they'll lend it to you, But
You have kind of aerodynamic gear on. I mean, like bicycle. You see bicycle riders have all
Actually,
kinds of aerodynamic stuff.
I have a jersey I
Yeah.
happen to have, and I designed the logo.
That is sweet.
But
Yeah.
this kind of like a cycling jersey, and there's a bunch of my sponsors.
Boardroom Racing right there.
Racing
Look
right
at
there,
that. Yeah.
TC. But basically, you want something kind of snug so it's wind resistant.
Yeah.
And I actually had a guy borrow one of my jerseys and race into the finals, and he did a couple other adjustments with his wheels, but he took 2 seconds off his time.
He did?
Yeah.
By having the right correct clothing.
Yeah, he borrowed this, and he goes, "You might want to throw it away when you're done." But
Well, where's the competition going to be coming up?
the Sizzler in
Oh, it's in
Hockley,
Texas?
Texas.
Okay.
And then my main goal for 2024 is
2024, which is next year.
next year.
Yeah.
I qualified for the World Skate Games in Rome.
Okay. So no. So you had thought of retirement, but now you're like, nah, I'm gonna keep going.
I think, yeah. I was actually, Argentina was going to be it, and then since I did better than I expected, I decided to keep going, and I'm trying to help train and communicate with some of these younger athletes, girls,
Right.
and to replace us older athletes.
Right.
And I'm making them work for it. I'm not giving it up.
Is the Olympics next year?
Yeah.
And will this be? Do you think this will be part of the
No,
Olympics?
it probably won't make it for another 8 years.
Oh, and really
or
that long?
10, yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe you'll still be going.
No,
then.
no.
Oh, you don't
I
know?
wouldn't know. Well, I'd like to be coaching.
Oh, coaching?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being a coach. But
You're 70-year-old female
I shouldn't
athlete.
even be doing it now.
Why not?
Because I feel like
You don't. How many bumps and bruises do you have? How many nicks do you have? How many
A
dings?
few.
How many dings do you have?
a few
Got a few dings.
dings,
All right.
and but like at one point I did think I should get out because I'm taking a spot, but there's not enough riders, so
Okay.
I
So you're not taking anybody's spot.
Not
no.
taking
No,
anyone's
And
spot.
you've got the time to prove it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and it gives me a goal, training and going, making sure that I'm staying fit and eating well, and so.
Where can people buy the swag here? Look at this.
I have a website.
Yeah, give me the website.
BadassSkateMom.com.
BadassSkateMom.com. You cannot forget that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna talk to TC about maybe putting some in the boardroom.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But thank you for
Judy,
your
thank you
interest.
for your time.
All right, thank you.
And good luck with KSB and KS that. This has been the Who's Who of Santa Cruz episode number 6 with the one and only legendary Judi Oyama. Thank you, sweetheart.
All right, thank you.